Michael, I'm calling it right now. This is not the right move. Hogwarts Legacy sequel will tie in with the new Harry Potter HBO series. This is a mistake. Tom Ivan over VGC. Warner Brothers Discovery has provided an update on its plans for a sequel to last year's smash hit, Hogwarts Legacy. Quote, obviously, a successor to Hogwarts Legacy is one of the biggest priorities in a couple of years down the road, end quote. Chief Financial Officer Gunnar Winzelfels said at Bank of America conference in September. And David Haddad, president of Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, echoed that language in a new interview with Variety. He said Warner Brothers Games is working on a Hogwarts Legacy follow-up, which is described as a very big priority for the company's top executives. Of course it is. Haddad said that the sequel will share some big picture storytelling moments elements with Warner Brothers Television's upcoming Harry Potter series, which is targeting for HBO 2026. Quote, the rest of the company was very curious about what we helped to unlock with Hogwarts Legacy last year, end quote, he said. Michael, the best part about Hogwarts Legacy is that it had no ties.
Exactly, right? You didn't feel this pressure to say, like, if you haven't been in the Harry Potter universe but you've heard about it, to have to know all this stuff, right? So yeah, I think this is gonna be, I'm very curious to see how exactly they even pull this off. I don't think very frequently do we get video games that tie into TV series. Usually a TV series will be made later on an adaptation, right? So I'm curious to see. I've already heard some interesting things about the TV series as well, right? Rumors that the showrunners haven't even read the original books, which, you know,
oh boy,
yeah. Again, this could be, we're looking, you know, once again at one of those video game TV flops that we keep talking about, Drew. So,
hello.
Yep. Again, and so what happens if that flops and then Hogwarts Legacy comes out, tries to reference all this content? Everyone's like, yeah, no, this was that, right? So I hope it's not too entwined, right? If it's just like, oh, it takes place in the same universe, and if you watch an episode, you maybe see that in the game, sure, whatever, that's fine. But if they go deep and rooted and one of them bombs, it's just going to bring the other one right down with them, Drew.
Absolutely, right? You cannot have that tie-in. I think it works well when you take a look at the HBO series with The Last of Us, but the games were there first. They built off that material and then produced a show. Here, we're now tying in. Like, this isn't going to work. Michael, I'm telling you right now, this isn't going to work because they're going to need to keep it going back and forth, and nobody wants that. Nobody. That's why I said the best part about Hogwarts Legacy was the fact that there was no ties, right? It was its own story that they could focus on and worry about crafting. What does this do for development now as well? Because one team needs to talk to the other team. If one gets delayed, does that delay the other development of the game, or does that delay the development of the show? Like, where does this all tie in? I understand from a Warner Brothers business perspective to want to tie these two IPs together, right? It is, yeah, Harry Potter, one of the biggest IPs in the world. To tie in the show with the game makes a ton of sense, but at the end of the day, dude, this is a disaster in the making, Michael. I can't see this being a good thing. They need to focus on their own story and just make Hogwarts Legacy 2 and just stay at that. And then from there, we'd all be happy because Hogwarts Legacy sold over 30 million units, dude. Like, it sold huge numbers, so it makes total sense to make a sequel. But doing it this way is wrong.